A little boy of 7 or 8 years runs, tripping after Jesus. He overtakes the vociferous group of the apostles and reaches him. He is a lovely boy with short, curly, dark brown hair. His dark eyes shine intelligently in his little dark face. He calls the master confidentially, as if he were very familiar with him. He says, "Jesus, will you let me come with you as far as your house?" "Does your mother know?" asked Jesus, smiling at him kindly. "Yes, she does." "Is it true?" Although smiling, Jesus casts a piercing glance at him. "Yes, Jesus, it is true." "Come then." The boy jumps for joy and takes the left hand of Jesus, who stretches it out to him. With how much loving reliance the child places his little swarthy hand into Jesus' long hand. I wish I could do the same myself. "Tell me a nice parable, Jesus," says the boy, skipping beside him and looking up at him, his face shining with joy. Jesus also looks at him with a cheerful smile, which opens his lips, shaded by his mustache and his reddish golden beard, which shines like gold in the sun. His dark sapphire eyes sparkle with joy while he looks at the child. "What will you do with a parable? It is not a game." "It is better than a game. When I go to bed, I think about it, then I dream of it, and the following day I remember it, and I repeat it to myself to be good. It makes me good. Do you remember it?" "Yes, I do. Shall I repeat to you all the ones you told me?" "You are clever, Benjamin, more clever than man, who forget. As a prize, I will tell you a parable." The boy no longer hops about. He walks seriously and as gravely as an adult. He does not miss one word or any inflection of Jesus, whom he watches carefully, without even worrying where he puts his feet. A very good shepherd found out that in a certain place many sheep had been abandoned by bad shepherds, and they were in great danger along rough roads and in harmful pastures, and were wandering about closer and closer to dark ravines. So he went to that place, and sacrificing everything he had, he bought the sheep and lambs. He wanted to take them to his own kingdom, because that shepherd was also a king, like many kings in Israel. In his kingdom, those sheep and lambs would find wholesome pastures, cool water, safe roads, and protected shelter against thieves and wild wolves. So the shepherd gathered all his sheep and lambs together and said to them, "I have come to save you, to take you to where you will no longer suffer, and where you will find no snares. Love me, follow me, because I love you so much, and I have made every possible sacrifice in order to rescue you. But if you love me, I will not regret my sacrifice. Follow me and let us go." And they set out towards the kingdom of happiness, the shepherd before them, and the sheep after him. The shepherd turned round every moment to make sure that the sheep were following him, to exhort those who were tired, to encourage the ones who were downhearted, to assist the sick ones, and to caress the little lambs. How much he loved them! He used to give them his bread and salt, and he always tasted the water of fountains first, to make sure that it was good, and he blessed it to make it holy. But the sheep, would you believe it, Benjamin? The sheep became tired. First 1, then 2, then 10, then 100 remained behind, grazing and stuffing themselves with so much grass that they could no longer move. And they lay down in the dust and mud when they were tired and full. Some went close to the brinks of precipices, notwithstanding that the shepherd said to them, "Don't do that." And as he stood near the most dangerous places to prevent them from going there, some bumped into him, trying to make him fall into the precipice, and they did that several times. And thus many fell into ravines and died miserably. Some butted each other and killed each other. Only one little lamb never went astray. It ran about, bleating, as if to say to the shepherd, I love you. It always ran behind the good shepherd, and when they arrived at the gates of his kingdom, they were the only two, the shepherd and the little faithful lamb. Then the shepherd did not say, Go in, but he said, Come, and he took it in his arms, close to his chest, and he took it inside, calling all his subjects, and saying to them, Here, this little lamb loves me. I want it to be with me forever. And you must love it, because it is the pet of my heart. And that is the end of the parable, Benjamin. Now, can you tell me, who is that good shepherd? It's you, Jesus. And who is the little lamb? It's me, Jesus. But I will be going away now. You will forget me. No, Jesus, I will never forget you, because I love you. Your love will come to an end when you no longer see me. I will repeat to myself the words that you spoke to me, and it will be the same as if you were present. I will love you and obey you thus. And tell me, Jesus, will you remember Benjamin? Always. And how will you remember? I will say to myself that you promised to love and obey me, and I will thus remember you. And will you give me your kingdom? I will, if you are good. I will be good. What will you do? Life is long. But your words are very good, too. If I repeat them to myself, and I do what they say I should do, I will be good all my life. And I will do that because I love you. When one loves, it is not difficult to be good. I do not find it difficult to obey my mother, because I love her. And it will not be difficult for me to obey you, because I love you. Jesus stops and looks at the little face, which is lit by love more than by the sun. Jesus' joy is so deep that another sun seems to be shining in his soul and shining through his eyes. He bends and kisses the forehead of the child. Jesus then says, I will tell you also what I told my little disciple. The kingdom belongs to the faithful lambs who love and follow me without getting lost in allurements. They love me till the end. And I say to you what I said to my senior disciples. Learn from the little ones. The fact that you are learned, rich, bold, will not make you conquer the kingdom of heaven. Not if you are so from a human point of view. But you will conquer it if you are supernaturally learned, rich and bold through the knowledge and practice of love. How love does enlighten one to understand the truth. How it makes one rich to conquer it. How bold it makes one to conquer it. How much confidence and certainty it inspires. Behave like little Benjamin, my little flower who scented my heart that evening and sang angelical music, which overwhelmed the scent of humanity seething in the disciples, and the noise of human altercations. And do you wish to know what happened later to Benjamin? He remained the little lamb of Christ, and when he lost his great shepherd, who had gone back to heaven, he became a disciple of the one who was more like me, by whom he was baptized with the name of Stephen, my first martyr. He was faithful unto death, and so were his relatives, conquered to faith by the little apostle. Is he not known? Many people are known to me in my kingdom, but they are unknown to man, and they are happy for that. Worldly fame does not add even a tiny spark to the glory of the blessed souls. Go in peace. I bless you.